Right, I am in no way a gym lad. I don't spend every waking hour at the gym, and I don't have anywhere near a good enough of a body to be lecturing people on how to gain muscle or lose fat. Not a good start, but stay with me. I like to read, I like to research. In turn, I believe I could save people a lot of time when trying to figure out how to be a swole motherfucker. I can't give you the hard work and discipline. I'm still trying to find that myself. I just believe that for all the people out there trying to find out new information, trying to figure out how to get into the gym, I'm giving them a complete video of the basics, what to do, and how to get started. There's a good starting point actually. Hard work. Before you understand anything, you have to know that it's gonna be hard and take a lot of work. Hard work. You'll have to go when you don't feel like it, and you might want to sack it off, but the end goal will be worth it. Consistency is basically going to be your best friend, and without it, there will be no transformation. Thing is, there is so much misinformation out there, and hopefully I'm not contributing towards it. I think the difference between me and a lot of these people is there's no monetary value. I'm not selling a plan or a product. I'm not saying you can look like me if you do this. I'm not even massively interested in getting that big myself. I've just spent a fair time reading and learning about the gym. I just want to help out my fellow weak bitches. There are 3 things I mainly want to cover in this video. The 2 main ingredients that go into making hypertrophy happen. 1, diet, and 2, training. And then I'm going to give some general information that I've found that could also help. You could call it advice from a twig-armed man. Again, the goal of this video is to summarise different sources of what I believe is credible information for people who want a quick and basic summary and just help getting started. Or maybe you could pick up a few tips if you're already a gym lad, but don't attack me please. Okay, so diet. Or you can call it fueling your muscles. Diet is basically most of the work, or like 70% of it. You can have the best workout routine in the world, but if you eat like a pigeon, you're going to look like a pigeon. On the other hand, if you just bulk recklessly on junk food, you're going to gain size, but you're also going to gain a nice spare tire of fat. But there is a way around this. The basics are pretty simple. Protein is going to be your best friend. Aim for at least 0.7 to 1 grams of protein per pound of body weight. There has been some discussion about this, but generally 0.7 to 1 grams is the sweet spot. Chicken, eggs, Greek yogurt, lean meats, and even protein shakes if you need. It doesn't really matter, just getting the protein in is going to be important. If you want to grow muscle and bulk up, you're going to have to eat in a slight calorie surplus. You've got to work out your basic metabolic rate, how many calories you burn just doing nothing, sitting around, and you're going to want to eat 200 to 300 extra calories per day. Don't go mental because then you're going to gain loads of fat, and don't go slightly above because it won't be that important. You want to be in the sweet spot. This is going to help you gain muscle slowly over time and get to where you want to be. However, if you want to lose weight, just do the opposite. Lower your metabolic rate by a certain amount, keeping the protein in so you don't lose the muscle, and see what happens. If you don't lose enough weight, lower it some more. But don't go crazy. You can also add a bit of cardio if you want, but that's for another video. It's mostly just diet and even just getting your steps in every day. Making sure you're active. Another important factor is staying hydrated. Your muscles are mostly water. Stop treating water like an optional DLC for your body and just drink it. But the most important thing is don't overcomplicate it. You don't need to be a Michelin star chef. Just track your intake roughly and be consistent. Again, consistency is key. Say you're an 85 kg male, for example. Don't know who that is, but just for example. If you hit 200 grams of protein per day and have a 500 calorie surplus for a month, yeah, that's good. But if you have an 150 gram diet, hitting 200-300 calories in surplus for 6 months, that is definitely going to do you better. Don't go big really quickly, start off slowly and be consistent. Okay, so training. Actually lifting these damn weights. You can't be expected to grow muscle if you don't actually challenge your muscles. This doesn't mean ego lifting, lifting really heavy weights, throwing dumbbells around like an absolute lunatic. It means structured, progressive overload. And here are some basics you need to know. You're going to find lots of different routines online, targeting certain muscles, promising things that won't happen. You've got to try and cut it out. Do what's best for you. Compound lifts are probably going to be your best friend. Basically the lifts that everyone knows. Bench press, squat, deadlift, overhead press, rows. These work multiple muscle groups and basically give the most bang for your buck. You can start off light on them and work your way up. They will build a good structure so you can slowly research, get a better knowledge, and build a program you want to target muscles that you want to improve. Progressive overload is also key. If you aren't increasing the weight, the reps, or even the intensity over time, you're just kind of moving weights around aimlessly. It doesn't need to be by a lot, but over a certain amount of time, fairly consistently, increase the weight, or increase how many reps you do per set, or even try and focus on your form. Any of these are making it harder for your muscles, causing them to grow. Try also think about it when you're in the gym. The mind-muscle connection does matter. If you're doing a bicep curl and you're feeling your lower back popping out, something's going wrong. Maybe don't do that workout, or try going lighter and really focusing on feeling it in your arms. And finally, rest and recovery is crucial. Sleep and rest days actually help your muscles grow. Going to the gym 8 nights a week, that won't make you big boy Arnie over time. It would just make you tired and sad and probably grow muscle slower. Honestly, starting at a slow pace, being consistent, and increasing it over time is going to be your best bet. The most important part about lifting weights is actually just lifting weights. Being structured, doing it every week, going to the gym, committing some time, working hard. That is the most important bit. And over time, no matter what you do, you will see progress. But if you listen to the rest of this advice, you might see good amount of progress. Okay, so a twig-armed man like me, I'm not the one to be giving out advice. But I've got a few tips that might be able to keep you consistent and on track for your progress. First of all, don't compare yourself to others. I've been bad for this. I feel like a lot of people are bad for this. That's what scares people from the gym. You see that massive I shouldn't call him a meathead. You see that massive man in the gym. He's been lifting for years. You can't compare yourself to him. You're literally comparing chapter 1 to his chapter 35. Also, be patient. Progress is unfortunately slow. You won't see a difference in a week or two unless you are, injecting the good stuff into you. Stick with it for a couple months, even years. See how it goes. Don't be put off. Also, stop program hopping. I'm really bad for this. I get bored with each one and I want to move, but try stick to a solid routine for at least 3 to 6 months before switching things up. Another bit of advice is don't be embarrassed about lifting small amounts of weight. Lifting heavier with bad form is definitely more unattractive. It just means there's an increased likelihood of getting injured, and also lifting with dodgy form might not target your muscles, so you're not actually getting any stronger. Finally, just enjoy the process. The goal of the gym is to have fun, gain muscle, lose weight. If you hate working out, maybe it's not for you. If you're happy with your body, you don't have to do it. It's meant to be a hobby. You're more likely to stick with it if you just enjoy it. Enjoying it means consistency, and consistency is key. So, there you have it. My unqualified, but I think well-researched-ish guide to not looking like a deflated balloon. If this video helped even one of my fellow weaklings, my job here is done.